remember when you were kids, you could play with this thing, you know, bash your brother's Nintendo. I was about to say head, but that's too violent for this video. You could bash your brother's something with this. I mean, it's a piece of crap, but it actually came out and went back in, right? You can obviously see there how it went back in and came out kind of situation. I mean, it's cheap as chips, but it did the job. And I'm sure a lot of us had stories with that, right? But of course, if you get a little older, right, and you want something that looks top notch. Now, this amazing looking lightsabers right here, you can actually buy right now. Obviously, a lot of people buy them, right? But they don't go up and down. But what you're getting is something that looks incredible, right? Especially at nighttime. And not all of them are really sturdy, but some of them you can really swing around and hit others with, right? Your brother? No, you shouldn't really do that, or his Nintendo either. But of course, you know, a lot of people have heard lately about Disney showing new information regarding the newest lightsaber. I mean, this thing looks really, really sick. This thing obviously comes up and down. Now the question is this going to be released for a public release someday? Interesting. Now Disney are really holding this, you know, they're really holding their cards close to them right now because no one has this technology. This is a technology that basically has, I mean, it looks like a lightsaber. It sounds like one. Don't worry about the sound, right? We've had lightsabers for years and years and years that have sounded like lightsabers, but to actually have a lightsaber that goes in or up and then down, right? I mean, that's incredible. It actually looks real. But the problem is, though, it's probably a mix. It's probably a mix of this and this, in the sense of you probably can't bash or have play fights with it, right? But it looks like this, but you really can't use it for a play fight, or you damage it, right? Nonetheless, what's Disney gonna do? Let's have a quick look at this. Watch a Disney exec tease a room of nerds with a real lightsaber that they can't play with because it's probably gonna break. Let's face it. Now, obviously, this is a huge story for anyone who loves Star Wars and technology gadgets. This story's been around now for about over a year now. They first introduced this about a year ago. Now, I don't know what this guy's name is, but he did a video about a year ago, and now he's released him and the team have released another video, right? But the problem is the video that they made a year ago, right? They only showed you once of the lightsaber coming out, right? They didn't show you it going back in. This was last year, right? There's a very good reason for that. They couldn't do it, or it was going to break, okay? But this year, let's watch the video. They actually show you this thing going in and out. Let's have a look.
They dream up things like this.
And I've got terrible internet, apparently. So that looks really, really awesome. And it's going to go back down. Like I said, I'm sure a lot of people have seen this already.
This thing exists, but it does. Like I said, I have the coolest job in the world. I'm holding a real lightsaber right now.
When are we going to get the chance to hold this lightsaber? That's what I want to know.
This one is part of our Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience at Walt Disney World.
Now, I'm going to talk about that in a second. This is a part of their Disney Galactic Star Wars hotel experience, right? Now in that video they didn't show it going down, but I believe in this one they might. Have a look at this.
For our guests and for me, as you can tell, I love firing this thing up as much as I possibly can. No, they told me only twice.
Oh my God. This was a hard project. This was not easy.
That's pretty cool. Now he looks like a dork doing that, not very fast, but there's probably a very good reason why he's not doing it very fast, right?
Such an iconic moment.
There is some serious technology that once didn't exist, but now does, right? Now, I will show you a patent application from Disney right now, I guess. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this before, but there's actually a video, which I won't be showing you, but have a look at this if you guys want to know more about how Disney are producing this technology. Check out this video from Cena. I watched this one a year ago when it was released, right? When it was first released. She made this really cool mock-up of how it works, right? But basically tape measures, you know, those tape measure machines that, you know, tradies use to measure something. Or if you're in a bedroom and you just want to see how long something is, I mean, you could do that as well. I'm guessing, I mean, I've never done that, but, you know, I've never done that. Anyway, this is the patent. It's kind of using tape measure style technology. And obviously from the video that we've seen, one more time, you know, he really gives it a little swing. And that's for a good reason, because I'm assuming, I mean, we've all played with a tape measure in the past, right? If you have the tape measure too long, it literally just flops, right? You can fix it, but it flops. So I'm assuming that if you swing this around or bang it too hard, it's just going to flop. But the thing is, though, just pausing that, when you do have a tape measure that does flop, you can fix it again. But if there's like 3 or 4, if there's 2 or more tape measures going up inside of the mechanism inside of this, then how are you going to reflop it? Does that make any sense? How are you going to put it back up? I'm not too sure. So maybe they haven't figured out that problem yet. If it goes limp, how do you get it erect again? I don't know. So let's have a quick look at this and the original teaser, I guess. This, I mean, a lot of people have seen this, right? Let's watch this. I'm assuming again we've all seen this, right? This was the original video that they showed. An actress who looks like Ray, right? Once again, she's releasing it, but it never goes back in. So back then, they didn't really have the technology to put it back in properly, in my opinion, because they weren't showing it, right? But going back to that picture again, see, Disney are really holding their cards really closely to themselves, because that's what they want to use it for, right? They want to use it for their hotel, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Walt Disney World Resort. Now, from what I have heard, the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience isn't very popular, from what I've heard at least. A lot of people that did have their hotels booked, right, were basically cancelling, and they had a lot of rooms vacant. That's what I heard, right? The prices are just terribly high, right? So if this lightsaber is going to attract people to their hotel, well then why would they make it public? Why would they sell this, right? Especially, like I said, the technology is probably not fully there to be really, really, really good. I mean, in time, potentially they'll make it better and better. I'm guessing they will in time. But let's say, for example, they do have a perfect lightsaber that always works and always comes back down, and 5-year guarantee. I mean, it's never going to happen. But if it does happen, even then, they, in my opinion, would want this situation for their Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience, right? Because it's going to literally bring you know, potentially thousands of high-paying guests in, right? Because this is a hotel for really, you know, Bill Gates and his brother, Elon Musk and his sister. All right, this is if you can get a lot more people to the hotel based on this, I mean, that's going to make a lot more sense financially. And then, of course, in time, it would make sense for them to release it publicly once the technology is sound and they've had a lot more money to the hotel situation. Now, this brings me to another technology called micro LED it's a micro LED TV situation called the Wall from, is it Samsung? I don't really know who's selling it now, but this is brand new, amazing, better than OLED TV technology. And they could be selling it to the public, but they're not really at the moment, because they have a situation called the Wall where they're selling a massive TV for, you know, for hotels or for train stations, you know, art pieces, massive sports bar, you know, really for businesses like that, right? Once they get a lot of those shopping centers and hotels and art studios filled with that design, eventually then they'll trickle that down to us, right? So we can buy this technology. But I mean, this is kind of the same situation in my books. What do you think about that? Are you going to buy one of these, when it comes out. I mean, I really, really want one. It's so awesome, especially since I used to play with one of these, but that's just my thoughts on that one. Guys, we're on both these channels, number 2 right now, but of course we also are on channel 1, Tallboy Gareth. Feel free to give us a like and subscribe if you found it exciting. It's not working properly. There we go. I've been told, my name's Gareth, and I'll see you for the next one. So.